Okay. Welcome, everyone. Good to have you here. Max, you're ready, I see.
Yep, recording
Yep,
as usual.
wonderful.
Everyone.
Let's count until 10 until everybody is joining, and let's start. So, uh, so today is Tuesday, first Tuesday of the month. We're running our monthly webinar with updates. We're happy to see everyone here after the big backlog that we had. Um, uh, Previous month, we want to run quickly, briefly introduce the most relevant and important updates. So let's quickly run here. So today we picked several different topics for you. Most of them will be relevant. Some of you may be irrelevant channels, but it's always important to learn. And just a quick reminder, the idea is to expand Valigara's functionality from clean multi-channel also into your stronger back office. And this is why some of the features will cover the B2C, some of them will cover the B2B operations, multi-channel, and of course, internal part. So let's start very quickly with AI and automation. We've picked several topics here. Importantly, as you know, different models operate perfectly with different scenarios. For example, we know that ChatGPT or OpenAI would be perfect for conversational, meaning generating classical content, for example, descriptions, titles, and stuff like this, while Gemini will be better for images and media handling, Nano Banana models, and then Claude might be better for data parsing, for more heavy data operations. This is why this month we just wanted to remind that we have added both Gemini and Claude are available as your AI models in AI prompts. So we continue to add more and more models. And we very much hope that, especially with Gemini, you will start using them not just in AI prompts, but also for image enhancement. As you know, you can take any image, and as Max is showing right now, and basically take any image and using some built-in prompts that we have generated, or using your own preferred, you can create based on the clean image. You can create multiple images, whether it's on body, whether it's some inspirational image if you need it on the background with rose petals or whatever it is. You can automatically generate this feature. You will find it in product images, and you can create AI prompts that you prefer. Select the images. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you create a prompt, you tag that it's for image enhancements, and then in product images, you will be able to run product image enhancements. You select the image, and then Valigara runs the prompt, and it converts the image, whether it's clean image and you want to put it on the body, or opposite, whether it's the image with multiple objects, and you only want to keep the jewelry. So based on existing template or your own, you just select the mode and the prompt that you prefer, and run the template, run the node. Now, what is also important here is that probably this month we will be also integrating generating videos. It's a small.
Yeah.
I'll also run a few interesting teasers. So next one you'll be taking few images and combining them into the video. So
I'm so
basically in
excited.
AI prompts for image enhancements. Max? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited for video generation from images with Gemini because it looks really good. And especially in jewelry, when you have just the image and the only thing you need just 360 video of product. So it's just deal breaking.
Just briefly touch the cost of this. the regular image processing, depending on the model that you use, moves between 15 to 25 cents or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's the prices that you can see on Gemini, on Anthropic, on all the AI engines that we use. So on video, it will be less than $1 from what we see now. The Evo, I think, is their main model. Is less than $1 to generate a video. So it really makes it a very strong, option to run. Now, so next, procedures about the automation. So we really want to make it very smooth. For this, what we have done is basically two things. You can include in your procedure also the must post, exactly as Max currently is showing. So the idea is when you run the procedure, you can also include posting. So if I have now a new procedure after I have imported new products, and then you run the procedure, let it run for 2 hours. Sometimes, especially when it includes AI prompts, you don't have to wait after it runs the procedure. And if you have like 1,000 products, and after that it includes some procedures, including images, obviously AI takes time. It's not 2 minutes and not sometimes even 20 minutes. So you can include mass posting, as you can see now. You take the channel, we already have the mass post templates. You show which mass post to a template to include, and that's it. So mass post can become part of the procedure. Another use of this is very interesting if you have your ERP systems integrated with the API. So you can run the procedure once you mass post the items, and then what actually happens if you, for example, push the items to Valigara from the API using Valigara API. Now they're in the system, the procedure runs and then automatically posts them to marketplaces. If you literally want to have one-click operation from the moment the product is in Valigara and up to pushing it to the marketplaces. Okay. So, for example, as Max is showing, if you have some import schedule and every day you upload new products, the product is uploaded and then pushed into the from some Excel file that you have or whatever your ERP generates or through API. The moment it's being pushed, it's being also posted to marketplaces. Now, many of you, my personal approach to this, I do think that this should be separated. I think that posting should become part of the online strategy when you post, how you post. But if you want to get to one-click experience, definitely Valigara can work absolutely in background for you. So this is why the mass post procedures are now to main channels are now part of the procedures. Taking automation further, copy data. Copy data was empowered even further. Multilingual support. For example, if you have your eBay and you want, or your Etsy and you have some content, you want to have some content in Spanish, quite often we see it in US market. So you can generate the content obviously in multiple languages, and then once you generate it, you can use the copy data in multiple languages. For the destination field, you see the destination language, and then you generate in multi-channel mode, including between fields, and replace. Many of you, I just quickly jump into this. Many people are not aware that the copy data is not just to complete the data with set new, which is the most used mode, but also replace is a very strong thing. If you want to replace some value with another value in as Max is showing
in description, for example, especially
one word
if I
with
want
another.
to replace, for example, kids jewelry, right? And because it's prohibited right now with adult jewelry. That's it. So, or even kids with adult.
Yeah. Okay, or unisex or whatever, right? So replace is very powerful thing to use. And also between fields, just quickly run through this. Between we have here 5 modes, one between products. If I need the same value, I already have in one product, for example, category. I want to take the Amazon category into all products of the specific place, and I have my main product which I already created, and I want to take this main product and then push it into all products of this of the same model or type, so I can move the data between products from the source product and then destination product. This is one mode. The second mode is between fields. If I need to copy one field, the same value from one field into another field, you can use multiple fields here. For example, if I want to use one SKU in my Amazon SKU in my Walmart SKU, it can be done. And this is the between fields. Also in multi-channel mode, you can use multiple, and you can do this for multiple fields together. And then the set new, as many of you know, we already can. This is where you complete the missing data in the product, but also replace and aggregate. These are two very powerful options. The replace means I take a specific value and I replace it with another one. For example, the Christmas, I want to replace in my content the Christmas with Valentine's. I will do it in 30 seconds in my descriptions using the find and replace. Now, for more advanced users, you can find here regular expressions, regex, if we're back to replace. So some of you that know, you can use advanced syntaxes of finding multiple words located in one near another. So regular expression allows you to use special symbols to find your content more precisely. You can find it in our knowledge base, what is regular expressions. It's for more advanced search. So for example, as Max is showing Christmas and then pipeline, New Year evening, what will this find? The description
or like
either or, okay? So, and the regular expressions, it's a whole world. It allows you to find, for example, two words located, maximum six symbols between each other. So for example, if my description says this this item is available in white gold and yellow gold, so you can find only places which have white gold, 3-4 spaces, symbols, and then yellow gold. So this is what regular express allows us. And then we have the aggregate option. Aggregate allows us to take multiple fields and aggregate them into one field. If I need something comma separated, semis, or in some other field, so I can, for example, aggregate my country, city, and the zip code into one line. So this is the this is the aggregate. So all this now available with multilingual support, and this is just the between fields that replace. We wanted to summarize again this copy data functionality for you. Next, this is on the AI, on automation. We continue. We very much expect more and more of your ideas, and we have some very fascinating ideas here. What will happen already in the upcoming weeks. But meanwhile, on what already happened, UI, product edit page, just sometimes very simple things are very powerful. So the small checkbox hide blanks allows you to quickly see what you already have filled out. Very simple and very powerful, because many of you have hundreds of fields, and out of them, maybe only 7 or 27 are filled out. So it allows you to quickly find only the filled out fields. This is on the hide blank. Must revise. Well, let's briefly touch. And then after we use the hide blanks, actually what we can do, we can expand all the fields, as Max was showing, show all the fields together in all the blocks. Very useful, very simple. Next, if you want to simplify and one-click operations here, now you're able to do must revise in one click. So you'll find must. So we already showed you the must post and must revise as a quick revise, quick option, quick revise and quick post, which means all of you know the full post page and full revise page. So now it's available both in post and revise. The quick, when you only see the template, you select the template and you must do the must post, and must revise. No need to see all the advanced features because we know that most of you use 90% the same templates. And instead of seeing all the settings, you just select the template and do the must post or must revise. So this is on the must revise, quick revise action. Next one, just very briefly, very useful on the workflow. We've added QR codes. Many of you have asked us to have QR codes when you print, for example, your printing your shipping labels or your production labels, and you want to have a link to the specific product on the vSite, so that at the end you want to see the whole page with a product page. So you can include the QR code with a link with a URL to the marketplaces or to vSite in the QR code, the URL in the QR code. That's it. Just include it as always. QR code. You see it on the left side under barcode. You have barcode or QR code now. So select the symbology, select which field you want to have, and that's it. This QR code will be with a link to vSite or to vCatalog or wherever needed. This is some UI on the daily workflows. Now, our major, this was a short summary, small stuff. Now we're going into something much more interesting. Two major things. We continue to empower our inventory because we understand that inventory is the key to effective management. Now, one, many of you are asking, and now it's a live model inventory page. So, besides having the inventory, we have the product inventory page where you can see for each one of the SKUs which inventory I have in each one of my stock locations. But two main things. First of all, cannibalization. If I have some silver item, but I know that I can always convert it to my yellow gold plated. So I want to see my inventory on the whole model. This is number one. Or if I can resize my items. So, okay, I want to see not just specifically each one of the SKUs, how many items I have. I want to see the whole design. For example, I have three different pieces. One is with the central pearl 6mm, one with 7 and 8. But I know that I can always replace the pearls. I want to see my inventory not on the SKU level, but on the model level. So this is why we have now the model levels. And then again, cannibalization. For example, I have some earrings, again, findings or something with some candelier part and one without. And I can simply cut this part. So I can cannibalize one product with another. This is why I want to see what general quantity of this specific design I have and not specific SKU. Any other uses, Max? I think we discussed some more.
Yeah, pendants with chains if it's already like produced item, again, to replace one variation with another, it's like the best way.
And basically purchasing. Sorry, yes, I remember that you were mentioning this. So for example, if I know that, okay, I have 27 of this, 29 of this, but what influences my decision when to create a purchase, when to repurchase is not just specific SKU, but purchasing. But generally for purchasing, but generally the whole inventory of the whole model, of the whole design. So this helps very much, which takes us to the next big thing that was released this month, and this is better predictions and seasonality. So we want to give you more precise tools how to make the purchase. So one of them now is your design level inventory, and here, as many of you know, is the purchase orders to place my purchase order better. How can we do this better? So first thing that we have added, as many of you know, we have one option to create the quantity, to define the quantity. According to the quantity which is defined in the specific product, in each one of the specific product, you have the purchase quantity. You can say, okay, this product when I purchase it, I always purchase 55 pieces. This one I purchased 20 pieces. So so what I can do, I can go in the product and define this quantity. But as Max is showing now, yeah, it will go according to purchase quantity. So the purchase quantity is defined inside the product, recommended purchase quantity. Now, but much more flexible is, of course, according to my sales history. Now, so we have expanded this part, and this part is much more interesting now. So now this was introduced now. My sales history becomes much more flexible. First, I define that I want to use the sales history, for example, according to last 30 days, or according to last 3 years, or according to last 90 days. So I want to take, for example, 90 days, and my next purchase, I want to purchase for the next, again, 90 days. Why? Because I know that this specific purchase, well, I want to now replenish for 90 days. But a very important thing, so let's say I define that I'm purchasing for 90 days, but then the most important part here is seasonality. Now, consider seasonality is a very powerful thing, and how actually it works. When I purchase now for 90 days, but I'm now in June or I'm now in August. So when I look at my last 90 days, they are quite weak. When I purchase for September, October, November, December, for 120 days, basically what Max is now showing, want to take into account that these are heavier days. Now, what happens here? Valigara knows to take into account your seasonality. Now, seasonality, there are two ways to on the inventory level how seasonality is being calculated. When we look at the seasonality on stock locations, now in stock locations we have introduced seasonality for every location. Now, in the demo account, I'm not sure it will be too interested, but let's go there. There are two modes: one automatic, and one mode is manual. For manual, you define relatively not bad, yes. So of course, it's not that realistic what you will see. So you can define for each month what is the multiplier. So for example, if I order for December, I know that my December probably I will have double sales. So I will put number 2.2 as Max is showing. Now, if I purchase for November, I will put 1.5. Now, if I purchase for June, July, it will be something weak. So for June, July, I will put 0.7 and 0.7, again, 7, according to my history. Now, what Valigara does when you go to automatic mode, it takes all your sales from your history, from this specific stock location, whether it's Tel Aviv, New York, and FDA, and it looks at the history and says, okay, I made, for example, 1,200 sales a month, a year. Now, so average is 100 sales a month. But in July, I do 70, so it's 0.7. In June, I do 70, it's 0.7. In September, I do 120, so it's 1.2. And my December is 270. So it automatically will look at all the sales in the specific month and will provide you this multiplier for the specific month. So this is the prediction which you can run here, and this can be used when you place purchase orders. So here, when now I ask Valigara to consider seasonality, it will go to my seasonality per period, and it will say, okay, according to the multipliers, for example, last 90 days, I did 90 purchases, which is average is one purchase a day, one order a day. But then my September, October, November, December are this and that more powerful, so it will multiply and offer me the correct quantities according to this specific months. So it's not that I'm putting the purchase period 120 days, but it's 120 days according to specific months. And this is a very big improvement in prediction of how much you're going to sell in the next years. You can, of course, manually fine-tune it, or automatically Valigara will take all your sales until now in your history. Now, and of course, very important, very simple but important calculation here. Deduct current inventory, because I'm not necessarily order when I have 0 in my stock. I still might have 99 pieces in my inventory. So Valigara will look at the existing inventory and suggest the quantity according to my existing inventory,
Right.
deducted from the calculation. So this is the very uh, interesting addition, very powerful addition, and we hope that you will. This will allow you to place your purchase order much more precisely to avoid also over purchasing, because we see in many of you saw when we look at the velocity report. As you remember, this is the main tool here to understand the overselling and underselling. In many cases, we find out a lot of overselling because you know that in average you purchase 200 pieces of the specific uh, inventory, but reality shows that this is not what you're going to need in the next half year or 3 months. So this takes the prediction to a much higher level. Warmly recommend you to pay attention to this. This is on the inventory models. Now, several marketplaces updates. This Max will enjoy briefly showing you. This is your
Right.
favorite.
It's very simple. Etsy has updated their gold purity mappings, so we updated them accordingly. So usually we have 14K and other purities with capital K, which they don't accept. So now you just map it to the correct value on our standard model settings page. Etsy gold purity, just complete the mappings, and it will be sent correctly. Next, about Shopify, very quick update on empowering our meta field support. What we did variant support for variation listings on Shopify, right? When your product on Shopify has multiple variations. So if, for example, I want to send purity and metal information as variation meta field, so it was sent. But there are some cases when products have no variations. So it's a single product, but still you need to provide a variation meta field. As we know, some of the Google related meta fields are stored under variation. So with this checkbox, you can send variation meta fields even into single products. So this is very cool. Update on Shopify level. We have also updates on Shein marketplace. So now, as on every other marketplace, it has the widget on channels tab, which shows active and inactive listings. Finally, and another major update is item-specific mappings. Unfortunately, on the demo account, we have no Shein account connected, but it's same across all the platforms. So when you go inside the Shein account settings, you can find item specifics mappings, so you can find them and complete by the category. And that's pretty much on Shein. And last but not least, which is very cool stuff that was released today actually, on statistics page under channels, where you have all the suggestions how to improve listings on marketplaces. Under Walmart, you'll find a new suggestions and not the suggestions, sorry, metrics, new metrics which shows you your listings quality score summary as a seller. So if you don't see them, you have to reconnect your Walmart account to Valigara. So just go to channels and reconnect it, and it will appear because it requires a special permissions, which was granted to Valigara application. So with this update, if you see that your listing quality score is higher than 80%, right, Igor?
Yeah. So here, why actually the quality score is important? On Walmart, there is a power seller program. This power seller requires you a specific ratio. There are different parameters of quality, quality of content, quality of the store, of shipping, different types. So the listing quality is included as one of the parameters into your verification as a potential for becoming a power seller. So power seller, you get this nice tag, and it also promotes you in the search results. So just make sure to have 80 on your. Well, there are different grades, but 65 and then 80, 80%, and then you can be granted the power seller tag. So it's very important. So now you will be able to see in the channels insights and in this insights under Walmart. Now, generally, I quickly jump into statistics part. We're adding lots of insights here in this in the channels section, because at the end the analytic this is what allows you to sell better. This is your money basically. So when you see, for example, if I quickly take a look at the cross-channel opportunity and then sold products, cross-channel opportunity sold products, or missed sold products, this is something that you should never until there is some reason, a special reason for this. This should be zero, because it means your product is selling on some places, or if it's completely missed sold products, means you're selling some product and now it's not online. What could be the reason? The only the only way to exclude here, if you mark the item not for sale, it will not be included in this statistics. So if the item is not considered not for sale, right? You know, this tag in the product, which you can check, and then the product is not meant for selling. For example, you archived some design, you decided not to continue with specific vendors, so you will never have this item again in inventory. So this number should be zero here. Exclude whatever should be included with not for sale, but then cross-selling opportunity, missed product opportunity should be never missed. So this is the whole idea.
Exactly.
So we continue to improve to add here more and more and more. I don't want to go over each one of the analytics exactly, and this is why, to simplify, we see that there are dozens and hundreds new suggestions that we give. As we say everywhere, AI advisor, AI insights, look at this, and it summarizes for you, and it just helps you to quickly focus on the most important, most active, most influencing opportunities here. Now you run it once a week, once in 2 weeks. My recommendation, once a week at least, and it will give you this top 5 opportunities with AI. It's very powerful. So so you will see that we'll continue to add more on the insights, channel insights. This is what we wanted to focus this month. And as we said previously, we will dedicate some time to some specific model which we understand that develops quickly, and it's kind of not. We know that you're not exactly coping with how quickly we develop it, so we want to make a centralized update on specific model. Today we want to focus on vSite and vCatalogs. Many of you use this. Many of you use this perfectly, and there are so many updates that it's good that we quickly go through this. So as you know, let's quickly jump into vSite. As you know, vSite allows you to generate multiple websites. Your own full powered, and here's the insights already, and you can go and look through the streams, through the channels. So let's focus on vSite at this stage. The goal of the vSite is to get your website quickly, effectively. It's very effective when you create more than one vSite. There are several uses for this. One of them is, for example, when you take your resellers. If you're on the B2B side, it can be, if you're a retailer, you can have multiple brands. You can generate multiple websites for each one of the brands. If you work with multiple resellers, you can give these websites for your resellers to empower their sales. For example, you have some local distributor in North Oklahoma, and this distributor has nice chain of 3 stores, but still no website. You can provide him a website. You can build it for him, maybe charge him for this, or maybe just provide it for free under condition he places some amount of sales. So vSite is very powerful for multiple uses. Now, if you launch a new brand, for example, if you have men jewelry and classical, jewelry, or you have lab-grown separated lab-grown diamonds and natural diamonds, it allows you to build 2, 5, sometimes we see 10 websites easily. So one of the things that is important when we speak about 5 to 10, 5 websites, now it's very easy to copy them. We have introduced an ability to duplicate the vSites very, very quickly. So you can prepare one of the website vSites and then duplicate, place a different logo, place a little bit different content, and that's it. Now, this is on the performance. So if you really want to have multiple vSites, because we see a very strong use. For example, one vSite can be for your retailer, one vSite can be for your main D2C, and one vSite can be for your B2B. So multiple users when you're B2B and B2C. Next, just covering the performance. We took a challenge. We compared all existing shopping carts in the world, and we said, what is the biggest number of variations that people support? There was just one. I think I don't remember who was. 10,000 SKUs. So we said, okay, we will support 10,000 variations in our vSites, and now we already have some websites which allow you to have, now in jewelry, multiple variations is very active. If I have central stone and then metal and then the metal purity and then sizes, 15 sizes, and the shape of the stone, it's very easy to get to 10,000 SKUs. So now you don't have to fear. You can create 10,000 SKUs and vSite. Unlike, Shopify supports maximum 2,000. Some systems like BigCommerce support 500. eBay, I think, allows you 400. But, we like to take performance to extreme, so we support now 10,000. And the big secret is we have even clients with more than 10,000, which we do not recommend, not because of Valigara, but simply your clients will simply get lost in such amount of variations. Right. So now, performance-wise, you can have 10,000 variations in the product page.
It means you can also have up to 5 variation themes, because earlier you had only 3, so now you can have up to 5, and which is like great, because we know that especially in our industry, when you have birthstone, chain length, metal color, our sellers are struggling online, especially on marketplaces where you have this restrictions, and even on Shopify, which is giant, right? It still has 2 or 3, I guess, variation themes allowed on the product web page. So, and they have to develop some weird stuff sometimes with the custom development. With Valigara, it's just zero wasting time. Just go and launch the website.
So to the SEO. Now we know that when we build these sites, websites, we have 2 clients. One is our client, and the second one is the search engines. Whatever search engines these are. This can be GEO, this can be SEO, especially now this is very important. Basically AI and ChatGPT and all the agentic search is a big gift for Valigara, because wherever you go, you'll see that everything people speak is structured data. This is exactly what we do. So we also keep pushing more into SEO and GEO. So a few very simple and very powerful additions. Now you'll find in the product page we have short description and long description. Why it's important? Because when we speak about first of all, agents, but agentic search, but also about structured data, but also about conversion. First, when people land in the, when your buyers land in the product page, they're not ready to read the whole description. So this is why we have introduced now, as Max is showing, short and long description. Short description, we recommend 2 lines, not more, will be displayed on the top of the page, and long description on the bottom of the page. This is number one. It's good for conversion. It's good for the search. Second, category title and product page title. So why have 2 titles? The category title, it's when you go into a shop and you just look and you just look at the long window of items. You need some very short explanation what this item is. This should be the category. In the category, I see 20, sometimes 50 products. Now, as I go into the product page itself, I'm ready to read. And what also, both conversion-wise and also SEO-wise, your product title will be H1. H1 has most importance for SEO and also most importance for your buyers. So if they already landed in the product page, it means they are ready to buy, and you should put more information about 150 conversion-wise, 150 characters. It will be longer. Now, in the category page, it should be shorter, 40, 60, 60 characters, like here, for example, right? While in the product page, it can be already longer. If I click specific stone, it means I'm ready to read more. So in this case, the H1 title, Max, if you can just double click, triple click it. Yeah, so the H1, triple click. I just stresses with the bar, that's it. Yeah, no need. Yes, yes. So this here can be longer. If there is some relevant information, okay, just put it in the H1. So now you have a shorter category title and longer product page title, H1 title. Another reason for this is that it avoids duplication. What Google and other search engines do not like is to have the same title, same content twice. So we avoid having the same content on the product page and on the category page. This is the short and long SEO, which we have introduced. Now, Max, where is my helper? Yeah, thank you. Okay, sale price. Obviously, showing the sale price increases the feeling of opportunity, increases the conversion. So now you can create 2 prices, show 2 prices. One is the current price, and one is the sale price, the main price, the MSRP, and the sale price. Just briefly, we have very much tuned the cart, the wish list, and the existing client order page. Now, the orders page means what your client, after he already placed an order, especially in the B2B side, when your existing client goes into vSite and wants to see his previous orders, he can go into the orders and even quickly reorder again. Okay, so this improvements for the cart, for the wish lists. You can put the items into wish list. Many people do not want to have them in the cart yet. They're not committed to buying. So this is why we improve the wish list, and they can send the wish list to some other people. And then next, to see the history of their orders and reorder. This increases again your work with your existing clients. So this is another addition that we have created. And again, on the SEO side, the custom slug. Custom slug is also very important for the SEO. So as you can remember, we have the SEO section in the vSite, and now here, in addition to SEO keywords, title, main of the homepage, you can also create custom slug for your product, which will directly influence your SEO.
Right.
So anything else here, Max?
Yeah. Here on the SEO side, I think that's it. So we can dive into design section, right?
This is your favorite. Yeah.
Okay, let me take it from here then. So first of all, we introduced mega menu option for vSite, which we call custom block. For the top and footer menu, when you go to settings menus, if you want to create a custom visuals for the top menu, for example, like this trendy mega menus with subcategories, right? Because you, in general, you have just a category list drop down, which is standard one. But if you want to create a multi-level category structure inside one menu, you can use custom block, which is basically pre-filled. You can insert there any content that you can imagine. So it's HTML plus CSS code. Nowadays, it's very easy to generate such stuff with AI. So basically, ask your GPT to generate the content and insert it inside. Yeah.
Or ask, and we will gladly help
Yeah.
with this.
For us. Also, you can always generate separate content for mobile and desktop, which is really great because 90% of customers are using mobile, like direct consumer, right? Like the normal people, and then B2B sales, of course, it's important to have a nice looking and desktop version. So again, it can be with images, with videos, whatever you just can imagine yourself, with us, or with your AI. This is number one. Also, custom blocks. So in addition to custom menus, right? We have introduced our custom blocks for the pages. What I mean, for example, let's take a look at this sample vSite, this shop by shape section that we see on the home page. This is completely custom. Again, it's generated. You just need to generate the code and insert it. You can place it in any position before the products or after. If you have several categories added to the home page, my jewelry site. Let's take a look here.
You can always go to myjewelrysite.com. This is our test site. This is now our demo site. You can always find inspiration here.
Exactly. Be inspired. So this, all of them is like custom blocks. And now I will show you where it's located inside Valigara. Here we also saw the pop-up, which appeared, right? Or like this. Also, please remember that these custom blocks also support videos. So if you had a wish to display a video on homepage on vSite, I remember such requests from some of you. So now it's available. So just insert the video. You can find these custom blocks under Design, Custom Blocks, and then Add New, go over the settings, see where you want to place it on the top of the page or before the categories which are displayed on the home page, and define the position. If you have multiple custom blocks, just set the position. Is it go first, second, or whatever. Okay. So, and the pop-ups, which we saw on our website, right? Let's open it in the incognito view so you can see it again. So whenever your customer enters the website first time, you can see a special pop-up with like place first time order and get $100 discount for the next one, whatever you think is the best. You can direct your customer to any page from the pop-up. So it's a great sales tool, which is again very trendy nowadays.
In some cases, we see, for example, if you go to some trade show, so this pop-up can say, meet us at booth XYZ at this
Exactly.
event, for example.
Yeah, so it's again under design, pop-ups, and here you can create any pop-up, just enter link for the button, the direction, the destination page, upload the image, that's it. So this is about the design, which is actually make vSite completely customizable and did it for you. So just imagine what you can do. And one little note on design, we know that sometimes you want a different colors, or for example, sometimes you say, okay, my logo looks too small, or I want the menus look bigger than, for example, here, right? I want them to be like that, or around my search. So just remember that under design, you have under layout, custom CSS block, which allows you to modify your website layout completely, whatever you prefer. Again, just ask us, and we can generate for you custom CSS, or consult with your GPT. So, and it will be generated. Now I got some insights from this speech. Igor.
As always.
Yeah. Do you want to add something?
I think it's enough. Just as an idea, the idea is very simple. Customize, okay? Use ChatGPT or Claude. I don't want to go holy war here. Just reach out to us if you need us to generate a website for you. We do it very quickly and very easily. Today it's a matter of days. So no need, especially if you don't have currently your website 100%, get yourself a website in a matter of days. It's just the domain, just some work. You saw the examples that we can generate for you, and absolutely no hassle here. So just have it, because this is your point of presence. So next topic that we want to touch briefly, vSites, as you remember, a part of this functionality is vCatalogs. The vCatalogs, they allow you to work directly with your buyers. Not always it's a good thing to point your potential buyer or the inquiry to your website, because if for example, if it's an existing client, you don't want to maybe distract him. So there are many uses for vCatalogs. The vCatalogs can be used, in a deal. Somebody asks you, what do you have for this, and that, and you can create a catalog with 5 items. That's it. You just send this catalog of 5 items, not to distract your buyer from specific products. You don't want to give him ideas. Oh, here is a catalog of 500 products. No, just send him a catalog with 500 products. That's it. No additional buttons, as you know. Call to action. Call to action in the website. There must be one call to action. This call to action will be maybe WhatsApp or maybe whatever you decide, but no distractions. So this is the catalogs are very useful. Now, in our industry, we don't dive into the catalogs now. We just, plus minus the functionality. We wanted to specifically touch one specific point, which is PDFs. We have heavily invested in this too, because many of you, for example, before you go to trade shows, before you go, or when you work with your retailers, your retailer asks you what new things to have towards winter 2026. You create a catalog, and these catalogs are much more powerful. Max, if you can just show a few examples, and I'll speak meanwhile. So what we added separators so that you can separate your catalog into multiple sections. Now you know that that you can introduce this nice first page image, but separators, and as you can see now, you can add headers and footers. So for example, as you see here in the footer, you have your contact page. Max, if you can zoom in.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thanks. Exactly. And then the header having your the name of the website, your brand, and when it was generated, stuff like this. So this is one thing. As you maybe know, it has literally no limitations, the design. So like here, for example, Max, if you can quickly show that there's a two section. If you look at the page one, The page one is the rings collection, and then you have the rings, right? And then after that, you have earrings collection, and you have the earrings collection after that. Any layout, any information inside, it's like a printer, yes, generated, or this one pagers can be beautifully used for uh, if you work and you want to provide kind of certification. It might not be the jury, it can be your jury appraisal, it can be your jury certificate. We nicely call it jury passport. So for example, when you sell something and you want to create a nice PDF and you want to send it to the person as your appraisal, you can create this and then print it, and you have uh, your um, your appraisal. Now, what is also important there, so if you go, for example, into, oh, wonderful, into JCK, or you go to any show, you can create your catalog. And here, if Max, again, if you can zoom, please. Yes, here, for example, what will be useful to have in your header, you see, like columns, like images, SKU, metal, center stone, cost, MSRP, and price. So you can use your header also as a head of the table. So this, for example, will be the B2B layout, which is very useful with images. Without images, you can completely play with this and create nice PDFs. Again, with sections, with headers, with footers, with introduction pages. Now, one of the when PDF will be, of course, the alternative to PDF is live catalog, which is always better because it updates. But if you know to create some yearly PDF or send some nicely generated and designed, including, for example, the QR codes, like here, for example, great example, leading to your website, also possible. So it becomes much more interactive, and the person can watch it and then go directly into the order and into the product and place an order. So this is on the PDFs. Just remember that in our industry, again, many people just prefer to get some short PDF and custom with any custom template. Again, we will be glad to help you. Here you can see on the product catalogs on the section you have the PDF section, and it's and you can also define, as you see, the condition which products go to which section. So this is how you create the sections. Speak to us, we will gladly explain it. For example, if my condition is model type is ring, this is my separator, this is my header, this is my footer, and then additional block. If it's earrings or earring, then this is the template, this is the separator, and this is the footer, which really makes it very flexible how you can play with this. And of course, it will be generated automatically. That's it. We do not recommend having more than 50 pages in the PDF, simply because
It's
just,
heavy.
yeah, it's very heavy because most of you include images. It's not a standard, catalogs. Sorry, not catalogs. Documentation where most of the data is written data. Because it's very heavy on images, make sure that your PDF is of reasonable sizes so that you will be simply able to share it. Now, there are many online tools which can compress and convert PDF to something readable. Yes, you lose a little bit of the image quality, but if you have a 50 megabyte PDF file, remember that many, even Gmail will cut these files, and many systems will cut it. So make sure that it's of a reasonable quality. This is why, at the end, we recommend not to do it longer than 50 pages. Also, it's less readable, right? So make sure that it's also useful for your clients. The PDF which is generated not as an image but as a real text, which makes this PDF searchable. So your clients, if they're looking for some champagne diamond, they will search by the word champagne. If they need something marquise, they can use the marquise. And then if they look for something 9K, they can search by 9K, which is very important. So it's not a print. Uh, well, it is a print, but it's the PDF is readable, which is important. So so you can use it for your work with your retailers. Now, importantly, just as a side idea, when you create this catalog, you can offer this catalog to your resellers branded for them. For example, you work with somebody and he says, "Hi, I want to have a catalog which I will put, for example, in my spa." We see these cases. I have a reseller, he has a spa, and he wants it to be branded as his book of products. So definitely you can create another, just duplicate the catalog, change the positioning, change the entry page, and change the logo on the product pages, and that's it. You have created your reseller his own book of products, which he can sell basically in store. Put it nicely on the table or whatever, wherever he is, laminate it and put it in the spa, and sell it as his, or if it's a hotel, he can offer his own products. Now, for each one, you can create his, dedicated content, and that's how catalog becomes your distribution channel. So this is on vCatalogs. We are
Great.
now more than an hour. Max, anything to conclude or?
I'm just looking for September because right now we're at the beginning of the August, so it's the right time to be prepared for the upcoming season. So good luck, everyone, and ask many questions as you can.
Wonderful. This recording will be available for you, so you can watch it on YouTube, X 1.5 speed.